2 of my Famicom unboxing, and this is the hookup side of the video. And I know that I told you on the last edition, when I was showing the console itself, which you can see sitting right next to my CRT television here, the only way to play old school video game consoles, that there was RF only out of the back of the Famicom. And I want to let you guys in on what I found to be a secret, and again, this is fresh for me. I have not hooked this up, I have not tested it, so I'm going to test it with you for the first time. I have with me and I hope you can see that well, this is the United States Nintendo RF unit. So this is the same one that you could have used on your Nintendo Entertainment System at home. I'm going to use the American RF unit on the Famicom, not the Japanese one. This should make it easier. We shall see. I'm going to set the back of the Famicom to channel 1, and I'm going to look for channel 95 on my television. And that should be the ticket to work. If not, we're going to tinker around until we find it. But this is the American RF switch. I've been working with a seller on eBay who really does a great job with old school video games, and he gave me an adapter to use in the time being for the AC power outlet. Now this AC adapter is one that I want to be sure that we get this information out there correctly, because this is something that could really cause you issues. You may not, however, use, I know you can use the RF unit from your Nintendo. Do not use your AC power adapter from your United States Nintendo Entertainment System. My Nintendo is right here, which you can see in focus now. It's kind of in the shadows below. You can not use the power outlet or the AC adapter from that system on the Famicom. It will break the system. It will apparently fry the motherboard. So don't do that. Use the actual one that comes with the Famicom, or you can find it loose on eBay or Amazon. And I have in the meantime one of these. The United States power adapter uses AC power. The Japanese uses DC power. So you can find the specs on the internet. Just Google the specs for a AC adapter or DC adapter for a Famicom. So keep that in mind. So this is what I'm going to do first. I'm going to plug all this stuff in, get it hooked up to my TV, and then I will see with you if it will actually work on my television. We're back. So I have my Famicom is hooked up. I have it hooked up with the American RF switch, like I said, and the DC power adapter that I am temporarily using until my actual Nintendo branded Famicom adapter comes in the mail. I'm going to utilize it until that comes. Hopefully everything will go well. For what it sounds like, it should be totally fine, so I'm not too worried about it. And just to show you, I have my TV on channel 95. And this is a CRT, so on the camera it is going to look a little goofy to you. The lines don't show up, obviously, here at the house. Just the fuzz you see, and we all remember and love the fuzz. Also, I enjoyed blindly feeling around the back of my TV and hooking the RF switch in like the old days, you know, where you thought you were getting it to bite on the little coax bit on the back, and it never was. That was fun for lots of wrong reasons. So anyway, let's get in business, see if this thing works. I'm going to get a game out of my little shelf of awesomeness you see over here, and let's just fire this up and hope for the best. Again, it's switched on channel 1 on the back of the Famicom, and it's on channel 95 on my television, hooked up with the American RF switch from the Nintendo Entertainment System. Put it back. Pop in the game. So it works. Got a great screen. However, I don't have gameplay. Let's try the next channel, shall we? 96. And so the power is working. I'm just not finding the right channel. Can I scroll? No. Not there either. So let's see if I flip the back of this thing. I'm going to turn it off first. And try again. Let's try 96. And there's the gray screen. So just for the sake of old time here, let's see if I get it on channel 3 or channel 4. Does not look like it is. Let's try 95 again. Nope, 96 again. So here's where the trouble can sometimes, you can run into trouble with a Famicom system. It doesn't always want to play nice with your television. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this right now, try to find the right one, and I will let you know if I fix it and how I fixed it. So we'll talk to you in hopefully a few moments. Well, after much deliberation, turmoil, heartache, I have not been able to get this thing to work. So I've decided that it must be a situation of the system itself, possibly, and I really want to know what you think out there too, because I'm not an expert on this stuff. I have it on the channel it's supposed to be on, and I'm sitting here looking at how it's supposed to play and go down, and I've realized one thing, that it is receiving a signal on the TV. So I'll turn it on, and I'm receiving a screen. Now, it's just like a tan color, which I'm sure you can't quite tell on the camera. But if I hit the reset button sometimes, which is not doing it now, but sometimes the color will change when I hit the reset button, which tells me that it's receiving signal, but it's just not playing the games. And I have a copy of Tetris in here right now, and the reason why I have that game in is because I play it on my clone system all the time, and it works fine. So I know the game works. So I'm wondering if maybe the console is faulty in some way. Again, I'm reaching out at this point. I kind of came into this thinking I would show how it's done and go through the motions and hope for the best, but now that I have gone through the motions and I'm not receiving any, or not having any success with it, that I would reach out at this point. What do you think? I don't know. So the good news is it does power on. The bad news is I'm not playing video games on it. So help me out. Audience, do you know anything about such things? What could possibly be my problem here? It's hooked up with an American RF unit in the back. So let me know. Leave it in the comments, leave it on the Facebook page. So at least it's something good to talk about. And I knew going in when I bought this thing that there was a possibility. And first off, I did get 7 games. They all work. I put them in my clone system. Everything's fine there. So I do have the games, and that's fine. And I knew there was a possibility that I may get into this and realize, well, I just have kind of a nice little souvenir to put on my shelf instead of something I could use. But there's just a huge part of me that really wants to play this thing just to say that I can, that I have, you know, to play it how it was supposed to be played when it originally came out. So let me know. Let me know if there's something I can do differently. Let me know if maybe the console just is faulty, and if so, I guess I just have a really nice shelf ornament right here. Thanks for watching.